You're listening to a Roddenberry podcast.
Today is Thursday, May 27th, 2021, and this is your daily Star Trek news from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. On today's show, Wilson Cruz is tapped to appear on a panel at next month's Frameline LGBT Film Festival. Pinmakers FanSets have released a collection of Star Trek emoji-inspired pins, and I've got the weekend's Star Trek events. I'm Alison, Pitt, and today's show is sponsored by EveryPlate. Try EveryPlate for just $1.99 per meal, plus an additional 20% off your next 2 boxes by going to everyplate.com and entering the promo code DSTN199. The 45th annual Frameline Film Festival is gearing up for 18 days of entertainment in June, and Star Trek Discovery actor Wilson Cruz is joining the lineup. Frameline is a film festival dedicated to celebrating the LGBT community. This year, Cruz will be leading a conversation detailing his career and the evolution of LGBT representation from his perspective as a gay actor. The streaming event is part of Frameline Talks, a series of panel-type discussions to be held throughout the festival. Frameline Talks are supported by Variety, who announced the festival schedule early this week. From the announcement, few actors have pushed LGBT representation on television as far as Wilson Cruz. From his breakthrough role as Ricky Vasquez on the 1990s teen drama My So-Called Life, Cruz was the first openly gay actor to play an openly gay role on a TV series. In the years since Ricky and Cruz made their mark on a generation of queer youth, he has carried his talent and activism into recurring roles on multiple series, as well as executive producing the documentary series Visible, out on television. As Dr. Hugh Culber on Star Trek Discovery, things have come full circle in a sense for the actor, playing a happily partnered gay man and father figure to a non-binary human, close to 30 years after his indelible debut. In conversation with Raffi Ermac, editor-in-chief of the LGBT youth-oriented entertainment website Pride, Cruz traces his television legacy from Ricky in 1994 to showcasing queer representation all the way into the 23rd century as Dr. Culber. According to the Frameline website, the conversation with Wilson Cruz and Raffi Ermac will be available to stream beginning Wednesday, June 16th at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Now, there are plenty of other events planned for Frameline 45 as well. Programming runs from June 10th through 27th and includes both streaming and in-person film screenings, as well as all the other Frameline talks. Tickets for in-person screenings begin at just $8, with festival streaming passes available starting at $95. For more information and to purchase tickets, visit frameline.org. If you're looking for a unique way to commemorate 55 years of Star Trek this year, the licensed collectible creator FanSets has released 9 character emoji pins, one from each of 9 Star Trek TV series. The pins, featuring Spock, LaForge, Sisko, Janeway, Archer, Burnham, Picard, Mariner, and Pike, have been unveiled separately over the past few months, and you can now purchase them as a complete set, as reported by Trek Today. The character pins are modeled after emoji first seen on social media during Star Trek Day 2020. When you use the hashtags for the different Star Trek series, Twitter automatically added one of the character emoji to the end. Now, those emoji aren't on Twitter anymore, but now you can immortalize them in metal and enamel. The set of 9 pins currently retails at $55.95, with individual pins at $6.95 each. The Star Trek emoji character pins are hardly the only Trek-themed pins you'll find to collect from FanSets. To check out their entire range of Star Trek pins, plus all their other collections from familiar fandoms like DC Comics and Harry Potter, head to fansets.com. I've got the weekend's online events here in just a moment, but first, a word from our sponsor, EveryPlate. EveryPlate is a meal kit service that delivers amazing value, fresh food to your home for you to prep and cook. In the box, you get all the pre-portioned ingredients you need, plus they're easy to follow recipe cards and yummy condiments. And it's all protected by eco-friendly padding and cooling packs. Now, just because it's all pre-portioned, that doesn't mean there's tons of packaging. The meat is in plastic, of course, but the vegetables come mostly like, vegetables you'd get at the grocery store. Except unlike the grocery store, you only get what you need, and there's no standing in line. So between the easy recipes, pre-portioned ingredients, and having it delivered straight to your door, every plate saves you a ton of time. And at around 30 minutes to prep and cook a meal, that means you get to spend longer outside with your friends and family as the weather warms up and those evenings get longer. Now, as a daily Star Trek News listener, you can try every plate for just $1.99 a meal, plus an additional 20% off your next 2 boxes. To get that deal, just head to everyplate.com and enter the promo code DSTN199. That's everyplate.com and the promo code DSTN199. And a big thanks to Everyplate for sponsoring today's show. With Memorial Day coming up on Monday here in the States, there's not much going on this weekend, so we've got one event to tell you about, plus I'll run through a reminder of the regular stuff. So first up, this Sunday, May 30th at 4 p.m. Eastern Time, GalaxyCon Live is hosting a Q&A with the cast of the movie Reanimator, including Star Trek legend Jeffrey Combs. As with all GalaxyCon events, this Q&A is free with registration, but you can also purchase autographs or one-on-one video chats. For more information, head to galaxycon.com. So onto the regular stuff then. First up, there's the Twitter watch-alongs. #AllStarTrek runs Sunday through Friday at 8/7 Central, and it follows the Heroes and Icons channel's All Star Trek program. #TOSSatNight starts at 9 p.m. Pacific time on Saturday night, and it follows a different episode of the original series every week. And #Star Trek Hour is a Q&A format event every Tuesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time. Then there's Star Trek Watch Party, hosted daily and coordinated on Facebook. Every evening they use the Teleparty browser extension to watch Star Trek together. To find out more, head over to Star Trek Watch Party on Facebook. And one for your future calendar, there's Sid City Social Club, which is hosted by Star Trek Deep Space Nine star Alexander Siddig's official fan website. They meet twice monthly on the first Tuesday and third Friday of every month, with occasional pop-up meetings with Sid as his schedule allows. For more details on how you can join in, visit sidcity.net. Now, links to all these events are available on the Daily Star Trek News website. Just head to dailystartreknews.com/events. And of course, if you have an event that you'd like for me to share on the show, then please let me know. You can email me at info@dailystartreknews.com or just tag us on social media. Well, that's it for today's Daily Star Trek News from the Roddenberry Podcast Network. Don't forget to check out the other great shows on the network at podcasts.roddenberry.com. Daily Star Trek News is produced by me, Alison Pitt, and written by Chris Peterson and Jack Brown, with events by Marina Kravchuk. Today's show was sponsored by Everyplate. Try Everyplate for just $1.99 per meal, plus an additional 20% off your next 2 boxes by going to everyplate.com and entering the code DSTN199. I'm back tomorrow with more of the Star Trek news you need to know and the answer to this week's Trek Trivia. I'm Alison Pitt. Live long and prosper.
This is a Roddenberry podcast. For more great podcasts, visit podcast.roddenberry.com.